Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and today we're back with some more Smash news. So today, Sakurai revealed on Famitsu, which is basically a Japanese thing, he confirmed some more information about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Um, I can't wait to read this to you, because it's actually really interesting. So what he says is, on June 13th, we unveiled a ton of information about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I often doubt myself while working on the game, questioning whether we can really release it within the year. The first proposal was completed in December 2015, back while we were still working on DLC for the previous title. It wasn't until later that I assembled a team and began development on this new title in earnest. Many of you are likely already aware, but this concept for this entry is total inclusion. Everyone is here. Every single fighter that has ever appeared in the series is back and better than ever, ready for you to take into the fray. Talk about a deal. Being able to include every fighter is a really luxury, and knowing that opportunity doesn't knock twice, I seized the moment and twisted some arms to make this dream a reality. Thankfully, the folks at Nintendo agreed to help, despite the risks involved. I'll delve deeper into the topic, in part 2 of this article. This time I'd like to discuss the overall concept of the project as well as a few of the key elements. First, I was faced with the decision: create a completely new game system or build off of pre-existing ones. I went with the latter. Had I not, we might have ended up with only a third of the fighters we have now. Some people might still end up preferring an earlier title, but I decided to put that thought aside for later and focus on the more important tasks at hand. That said, I still increased the overall speed of the game, but only by an amount that wouldn't be alienating the people unfamiliar with Smash. After all, we haven't seen a huge influx of brand new gamers like we did when the Wii was released, and the on-screen movement is such easier to follow on the Switch than it is on the Nintendo 3DS. For example, the knockback speed has been increased, even when the launch is a short distance. A character will fly off very quickly, then suddenly slow down, reducing the time while incapacitated. It has helped improve the flow of gameplay. I wanted to include this change in previous entries, but I gave up because it was so easy to lose track of your position, especially on the 3DS. I've also increased fighters' initial jump speed, reduced aerial landing lag, and made a slew of other changes that will accelerate a gameplay without making the game itself too hardcore. I've also increased the amount of damage dealt on one-on-one matches because there are fewer opportunities to strike your opponent in comparison with free-for-alls. I think this should help improve the pace of two-player matches. I've decided to limit the number of fighters initially available to the original Nintendo 64 roster. This will keep the process of new challengers fun and exciting, but I suppose it's a bit of a hassle in comparison with other fighting games that allow all players to fight under the same conditions from the get-go. Personally speaking, I find that when I pick up a fighting game, I often put it down before I get around to playing all of the different characters. The more characters there are, the more that go untouched, and the less strategic things become. So it's hard to say that simply adding more characters is a flawless idea. However, Smash is a character-based fighting game, and there are plenty of players out there eagerly awaiting the opportunity to play as their favorite character. I wrestled with this problem quite a bit while deciding whether to include everyone. Take racing games, for example. Rather than allow players to use any car from the beginning, I feel it's more enjoyable from a gaming perspective to have players earn winnings from races and purchase new models that way. This type of game enables players to develop a strong attachment to the cars they acquire. I've included a similar process in Smash by which each unlockable fighter is obtained. Collecting every model in driving games is merely a dream for most players, but rest assured, I won't be doing anything quite that difficult. I've come with several methods of unlocking characters, so it should be comparatively simple. A few other remarks. Players now select the stage before selecting their characters. This allows them to consider a fighter's compatibility with the field of battle. If you set the rules so that the loser picks the next stage, this makes it fairer competition. All of the stages feature both Omega and Battlefield versions. Their respective size and shape are exactly the same for each stage, so players are free to duke it out to their favorite tunes in the environments they love. The amount of stage, music, and items included is greater than ever before, but I suppose that goes without saying. All the stages and items have been remade from scratch and vastly improved. I can go on, but it might be easier for you to simply watch the Smash presentation from E3. See you next time. There we go. That is all the information we got. This just came out of nowhere. He just started to give us all these extra info. Now I'm going to talk about this stuff, basically, like, my opinion on all of this stuff. Now, he says that he worked on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate way early in December 2015. I know I keep bringing this up a lot. I know that makes me feel like Crash isn't coming to this game. Well, it could happen. You never know. But if this was started in December 2015, he probably already thought of the roster already, which really sucks. But and what can you do? I thought he started it in like November 2016. Like, that was almost a year before. Now, he says that every single fighter that has ever appeared in the series is back and better than ever, ready for you to take into the fray. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I was upset at first when he said that not too many newcomers are gonna be coming into the game for this, but as I, you know, as I saw other people talk about it and how my opinions changed about that, you know, it is kind of fair. You know, it was hard enough to get all the characters back into the game, especially Snake. Like, that had to be really tedious and time-consuming, but he managed to pull it off. Like, now every character that has ever been in a Smash game is in this one. So basically, and I can't wait to rub this in your face. I don't care whether you guys believed that this was a port or an enhanced port. Told you so! He says that he created a completely new game system. Well, a new game engine. He said that. So, told you so to all you non-believers. That's why you should believe in the impossible, because I ended up being right. And I don't care if I'm coming off as rubbing it in everyone's face. I do not care. I predicted it. I predicted it was not going to be a new game. I predicted it. I knew it was not going to be a port. I knew it was not going to be an enhanced port. I knew it was going to be a completely different game, a completely new game with a different engine. And what do you know? It's a new game with a completely different engine, because Sakurai stated himself and Bill Trinan. So, oh, yeah, thank God. But anyways, back to, what I was saying. He said, he created a completely new game system. He thought of the idea of using a past game engine, but, you know, he obviously went with creating a new game engine, which I'm honestly fine with that. I'd rather have that than an already existing one. Anyways, he increased the speed of the game. Thank you! Like, obviously it's not as fast as Melee, but this is probably the second fastest Smash game we've ever had. It's finally not slow-paced. It's actually feeling like a fighting game, you know, because fighting games are pretty fast-paced, and that's what Brawl and Smash 4 did wrong. They felt so slow, especially Brawl. Like, that was the slowest out of the entire series. But I'm glad that, and it's, I never thought that he wanted the speed of the game to be faster since Smash 4. I thought he wanted it to be slower and stuff. And I was surprised when he actually wanted to increase the speed, even though he doesn't even like Melee, and Melee was the fastest of the series. He also increased the knockback speed. That makes sense. And he said there's a slew of other changes, without making the game too hardcore. He also increased the damage in one-on-one matches. I have nothing to say about that. Now, this one I do have something to say about the limited starter characters. You know, I was at first when Sakurai said that expect the starting roster to be just as small as the original Nintendo 64 roster, I was a bit iffy. I didn't know how to think about that. I mean, yes, this is kind of like the 20th year anniversary of Smash Brothers. So he wants to throw in as much Smash 64 references as he can, but I didn't think he was gonna like make the roster, like the starting roster, that small. Like only like 8 or 12 characters. Like I don't know if they're gonna make the unlockable characters from Smash 64 starter characters in this one. I don't really know, but it's gonna be really crazy. Like I was iffy at first, but now that he said that unlocking characters are gonna be simple in this game, like pretty easy, then that made me feel like, okay, it's probably not gonna be that bad, you know, it's probably gonna be really simple. It's probably gonna be something like play a match on whatever stage, like, or play training mode, like, or I don't know, just something simple like that. He says that like, yeah, I don't really know. Like, I really don't know what else to say. Now, now this is kind of interesting. This is something I learned today, when he said this. I never knew that this was a thing. Players now select the stage before selecting their characters. So in every other Smash installment, you always chose your character before you chose your stage. Like, that was basically tradition. But now he reversed the order. Now you select your stage first, and then your character. I don't know. I guess, I mean, it doesn't change the game much, but personally, I like choosing my character first, and then, like, because then, like, it gives me time to, like, decide what character I want to play as. And then, you know, when I'm totally 100% sure that I want to play as this character, I can go to the stages and select whatever stage I want, because I really don't care what stage I play on, as long as it's just a stage. But characters really do matter to me. I don't know, I guess it's fine, but it's kind of weird. Like, you're going in, like, say you enter versus mode, okay? And then all of a sudden the stage selection screen shows up. And then you're like, I don't even know what character I'm gonna play as. Like, it would get a little confusing, especially since I'm used to, like, choosing your characters first and then the stages. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I'll get around to that. But I really don't know what to say about that. Now, this is some exciting stuff. Now, all the stages feature both Omega and Battlefield versions. Thank you. It's like Sakurai is actually listening to us. Like, we've wanted Omega and Battlefield versions. The thing that was bad about... Nothing was bad about Omega stages. We actually liked the Omega stages. They were fine. But it's like most competitive players love Battlefield. Like the 3 floating platforms and then the 1 straight platform in the bottom. Like, that's like a really competitive stage. And it was kind of disappointing when there was only Final Destination versions of the stage. But now we can both have the 2 most competitive stage forms right there for any stage, which is perfect. And he also said, on top of that there's also a stage hazard toggle. See, I told you, he's listening to us. He actually wants us to help him with the game. You know, he said that he's going to be accepting characters from the Smash Brothers Ballad. He's apparently listening to us because we've wanted a stage hazard toggle. Boom, he makes a stage hazard toggle. We wanted Battlefield versions of the stage. Boom, he has Battlefield versions of the stage. Like, we wanted Ridley for how long? Since 1999? Boom, he finally adds Ridley. And, oh my god, I can't wait. That's getting me excited. Like, I love how he's listening to us this time. Like, I'm not saying that Sakurai's decisions are bad, but it's like, at times I felt like he just missed the mark just a tad bit for some stuff. It was kind of rare when he missed the mark, but when he missed the mark, it was pretty major. But now he's kind of listening to us now, which is really nice. And the last thing that he says is that the amount of stages, music, and items included is greater than ever before, which is another thing that he's listening to us about. We've wanted, like, this, like, when he said that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, like, the reason why I thought it was a port at first was because of all the rumors. A lot of rumors were saying Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition. It's a port of Smash 4, which was leaked. And when it said Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's like, oh my god, is the rumor true? Is this really just a port of Smash 4? And then after E3, Sakurai said that that it is a new game. I was more on the side of it being a new game at E3 than I was of a port. The only reason I thought it was a port at first was because it said Super Smash Bros. Because the rumors and stuff saying Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition, and then that made me think, oh, it's a port, and that got me really bored. You could see how I was when he first revealed the name. That instantly made me feel like it was gonna be a port for some reason. But then at the end, with all the new content he put in this game, made me go back to thinking it was a new game. He's like, I was like, nah, he wouldn't just make a port for this game. Like, no. And because of that, we're gonna see a lot of stages, a lot of music, a lot of items. It's gonna be an amazing Smash game, and I can't wait for December. December can't come fast enough. Like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, that game looks so amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait for that game. But, anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this game. Let me know what do you guys think about this. I'm gonna leave the link to the Source Gaming article down below so you guys can read this on your own time. Anyways, this has been Enigma, and peace. See you next time.